Stop I live, bitch. I'm the one that lasts. Stop I live, bitch. I got your fucking back. Stop I live, bitch. I talking Star Trek. Stop I live, bitch. Yeah, that's why he's back. Stop I live, bitch. I'm the one that lasts. Stop I live, bitch. I got your fucking back. Stop I live, bitch. I talking Star Trek. Stop I live, bitch. Yeah, that's why she's back. I love your moves, girl. I love your moves. Shake it like a dog, then I pound it till it's gone. Girl, I can feel the rhythm to the beat. Hope it don't drop, cause I'ma show you how you rock while picking out a lock. Any magic square. Oh hell no! In between some rocks, man, just sparks walking on a cloud that might just fall. Picking up the pieces, Jesus, when y'all finna live, man, that nigga need us and knock the sweaty nuts, y'all look down. I can see my life flashing before my eyes. Masonic shit, but bitch, you know I got that prize. I'ma show you how it goes, bitch. I'ma show you how it goes, yeah. Like y'all speak up is the dream. Hold on, y'all. Speak y'all reason, speak up now. There's my phone. Technical difficulties. Hold up. Stay flying, heaven council where I live. Yes, daddy, we rest. Whereas, girl, come get it, peek. Sneak you in the room, just make sure you don't drop the teeth. Medicate, fixing up your cake. The answers hella scriptures cannot bake. Hope you to think I was gonna wait. This Venus energy came toward my day. Leave you all wet up just like a lake. And now you begging on your knees, can I stay? Stop I live, bitch. I'm the one that lasts. Stop I live, bitch. I got your fucking back. Stop I live, bitch. I talking Star Trek. Stop I live, bitch. Yeah, that's why she's back. Stop I live, bitch. I'm the one that lasts. Stop I live, bitch. I got your fucking back. Stop I live, bitch. I talking Star Trek. Stop I live, bitch. Yeah, that's why she's back. Hold on, wait for it. The Indian flute. Give me a second. Ready? Oh, hold on, no. Alright, y'all, what's up with this motherfucker Jeff Sparkstar? Probably back in this motherfucker. Check it out. Whew, you know what I'm saying? But the age of Aquarius, you know what I'm saying? That's the space of where we gotta bring our new selves in, you know what I'm saying? Because that's like the new energies and like the new energies in the sky. So it's kind of like whatever we're onto, we want to be something we're doing, something that anything that's creative we're doing, we want to make sure we're sparking that into reality in this universe. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the space of where the 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 voices, the consistency, the product, the creation, the plateau, the all that shit speaks for itself. So you want to be in a space where you know where to constantly get with the program. You know what I'm saying? Now you can be doing anything in life, but as long as you're bringing in something new, you want to make sure that new energy is going for itself. You know what I'm saying? That new energy speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? So you never know. You may be thinking, oh shit, this may be wrong. I probably shouldn't be doing this, or I probably shouldn't be doing this or this. But you want to make sure you want to be doing that, pushing that forth energy in the first place, because you may never know. And a couple of years later, that might have been the most best thing in the world that's ever been released out here in the public for anyone to even comprehend. So it's kind of like people didn't probably have the mind state to understand certain transitions, transactions, all that except transformers, but all that energy to even construct something new. You know what I'm saying? Now you want to make sure that these energies are doing right. You got something that you're creatively sparking to even consist within the next mind. You know what I'm saying? So consistently spark within the next mind, within the next individual. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you're doing, now you got something going for yourself. Real shit. And that can go for towards anything. You know what I'm saying? Because make sure we're live and direct. Because that's let me just make sure. We good. Because that's the space of where we gotta be at all times. No puns intended. I say a lot, but that's just real truth. You know what I'm saying? And whatever we're doing, we want to make sure that we got something going for ourselves on where the product is something that can at least, like I said, push the next mind going forth. Because you can be doing anything, but you want to make sure that whatever you're doing is creating something that's like breaking the boundaries, you know what I'm saying? Breaking the limits, you know what I'm saying? Breaking all that shit, breaking the scale, because that scale, you never knew it could be broken if you never stood on that scale and created a new type of wave in this new way of thinking and feeling, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, let's break down the transits. Like I said, and the moon's in Cancer, but moon's about to hit into Leo. So what you want to understand within that is that with the moon hitting into Leo, we're gonna be a space of where we're gonna be attracting individuals, excuse me, about their creativities, their attention like energy, their ways of thinking the ways of thinking towards what can benefit them. Like Leo is a fire sign, it fixed fire, so Leo's going to be bringing anything that can help us in the space of where we can bound a way of thinking and feeling towards our attention like energy or attention horror, you know what I'm saying, or anything that can do within the fixed fire element. So you can be doing anything within your creativity, your creative spark, whatever, but you're gonna get attracting individuals, and you might be that individual too. You might be in a space of where you might be doing something where your actual attention like energy or your me energy might be in the forefront. It's gonna look like Taurus. So Taurus is gonna be in a space of where it's gonna be fixated. You may be stubborn like that. You may be overly too fixed. Like right now, you may be over. You know what I'm saying? You may be over, maybe a little bit overboard. You know what I'm saying? So it's not saying these things are negative and positive. It's about understanding the equilibrium of these things and knowing how to separate these things and know how to see whether these things is dwelling on itself like dwelling on itself within the aspect of, will it be lead you to, like I said, to your creativity or your non-creativity. Now if it's leading you to your non-creativity, you're going to be in a space of where you're not getting your validations met. You may be in search for validation. You know what I'm saying? You may be that individual, maybe in search for validation, and you may not. You may stop, or you may keep on going if it's going to do with your validations, and you don't want to be in a space where you're suffering from validational issues. Now, if you're doing this on a positive side of energy, you're going to be in a space of where you're not giving a fuck about no validation. You're going to do it regardless of the energy in the skies. You know what I'm saying? You're going to keep on going, keep on pushing, because that's the space of where that's what that new age of Aquarius, you know what I'm saying, is doing for itself. So you're doing something on where you're putting the pieces together, and you're driving you're driving your magic wand, aka this is your magic wand to the forefront. So you're pointing to the skies, and the sky's the limit. You know what I'm saying? So you're in a space of where you can go beyond the limits. You know what I'm saying? And beyond the limits is beyond this realm of reality. Is what we're thinking and feeling. You know what I'm saying? We are in a space of where if you know how to go make our creation like energy, like the creation like energy we create for ourselves, go beyond the actual atmosphere, then we're gonna be in a space to where we're creating, like I said, we're creating some other type of new energies in the skies down here in the physical. You know what I'm saying? So you're bringing your heaven down here, and that's what you want to be doing and doing that as a space of where you're doing that shit consistently, whatever you're doing, not just it could be anything, but you're doing something consistently that will lead to your creativity being known in the first place. So you don't gotta search for validation. You excuse me. You're going with the flow, and the validation speaks for itself. So you don't need that, but it's just a perk if individuals want to give you certain validations. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. So understand that you'll be in a space of where now you're getting certain but the ball rolling with certain programs in your life. You know what I'm saying? And don't be like feel bad if whatever you're doing may not seem like it's working now. You know what I'm saying? You like I said, like if you know how to be at an equilibrium, the equilibrium will teach you that certain aspects you may not want to go fly too high, or you may not want to go too low. You may want to keep it in the middle. So when you keep it in the middle, now you're picking the pieces together, and you're directing certain pieces to the puzzle to where it should correlate within itself. So now you're getting with the, like, you know what Jamaicans say, big ups. Now that's a spiritual thing, because big ups, and now you're getting big ups, jumping like Mario one up, all that shit. You're getting one up on every situation. So now you know how to look at certain shit and get the one up on that situation. You know what I'm saying? And not let it not let it like falter you, not let it drag you down. Now you're building yourself up the whole time. You know what I'm saying? And once you know how to build yourself up. Ooh, shit, that was on the fall. Once you know how to build yourself up, now you're getting going with the flow. Now you're going with the program. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the space where that building yourself up energy can not consistently, but what's the word for contribute your internal like energy. So you're letting the world know what it's like within the internal realm down to the physical. You know what I'm saying? And now you can actually show people what be on your mind down here. You know what I'm saying? And whatever be on your mind, if it's creativity, if it's something new, if it's something that you can make it forth down here to make it make sense, then you're in a space of where now you're getting it with the actual program. You know what I'm saying? And then that's the space of where you can be at all times, where you're consistently doing something within the actual way of living. And once you realize that, you come to the conclusion that that's the thing that we're supposed to do it down here in the first place. We're supposed to create new ways of how to think and feel down here, and new ways on how to come together and create put our creative internal light within each other. So now we got something going for each other. So now we both got something creative. So when we come all together, we all got something creative we can do as together, create that creative spark. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. So you just gotta know how to look at these things. You know what I'm saying? These things, you know what I'm saying? A lot of individuals get lost and don't know how to see these things for what they are. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you know how to see these things for what they are, you're in the right side of energy. You know what I'm saying? Especially with Mercury and Aries. You know what I'm saying? With Mercury and Aries too, you can kind of understand that Mercury is the way we think and feel, not thinking and feeling. Mercury is the way our thought forms is correlated with each other. So if you understand that your Mercury energy, Mercury is the fast. You know what I'm saying? That's why all allegories for Mercury is like Sonic, Flash, things that are speed, Quicksilver, all that shit. The speed things, everything that moves speed is an allegory of what our mind does. So once you understand what our mind does, it moves quickly. You're in a space of where you understand these things for what they are. So now you're not getting lost in the sauce, and now you understand that now that's in Aries, it's gonna be quick, ram into everything. So you might ram to everything in this existence, not actually make. So you may it may look like got things under control, but because Aries doesn't like Mercury doesn't like Aries. You know what I'm saying? Mercury is good with Gemini. You know what I'm saying? Mercury is good with what else? It's cool with what else? It's cool with the air signs. You know what I'm saying? Mercury's good. Is cool with uh Gemini. It's cool with Capricorn. You know what I'm saying? It's cool with Capricorn. It's cool with the signs that are more air earth situated. You know what I'm saying? So now you can kind of see what these things is kind of doing within each other. So once again gets into Gemini, it'll be more in its comfortable sign. You know what I'm saying? Mercury is comfortable in Gemini, so once it's in Gemini, it'll be in a space of where now the things that's going on, it can kind of ground in the quick thoughts, feelings. The air is supposed to enhance that. You know what I'm saying? So let's say Mercury was in Aquarius. Mercury, what Mercury would do in Aquarius is Mercury would heighten the air, but the air would be fixed too. So Mercury would be quick and taking quick stops. It's like at the gas station. You need gas every time, but at least you're not going all over the place. At least you're not Speedy Gonzalez. Yeah, at least you're more traveling. Then you're taking stops, and every 30 minutes you're taking another stop. And so it's a gift. It's a gift and curse to that. The gift is you know when to you know not to go too overly fast. The curse is you got to stop every 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Now let's say Mercury was in Gemini. It's at home in Gemini. So what you got to realize is that the quickness is that Gemini is mutable air. So whatever you got going within your thinking, like your Mercury thinking, it's gonna be mutable in a sense. So even if it's fast, it's still gonna be mutable. It's still gonna be relatable no matter what, because people can still understand that, and that enhanced energy is not overly too overboard. You know what I'm saying? It's still making more sense. You know what I'm saying? Now if it was an Aquarius, not Aquarius, Libra, it's okay in Libra. Like, I'd probably say it was good in Libra. It's okay in Libra, but what you gotta know, because Libra is more the Venus signs. But let's say if it wasn't Libra, it'd be in a space of where it would initiate more ways on how to come within your thinking and feeling in your mind state coming together and trying to relate that in a more carnal way, so it initiate ways of how to be more carnal within the aspect of what it's trying to represent within itself. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. And so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. But yeah. Well, all right, so but yeah, with the age of Aquarius though, we're in the age of Aquarius, so we're gonna be space aware on whatever we're doing. We gotta make sure we gotta be bringing in something new. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to you don't want to let the shadows get the advantage of this. Because once they get advantage of this, it's gonna be a space of where they're gonna try to enhance that energy within themselves and use their mental illness to spark in a new way of thinking and feeling. And you don't want that to happen, because they be flunked out in general. They don't even know what they be doing. Look at the news. Look at what they be representing. Yamaha war and all these what else? And all these flunked out shit, and we don't really give a fuck about it. We really don't care about it as a people, but they push it. So it kind of lets you know that their power is kind of becoming lower and lower and lower. They really don't know what to do. They're doing all types of things the throne at the board, trying to make something stick, and the things they're trying to make stick ain't even working. So you can kind of see what kind of energy they're at in the first place. They're in the space where they're not even making shit make sense within themselves. So if we're in a space where we can just come and take over, and right now we're in a space where whatever you're doing, you can come and just take over right now. That's the space we're all in right now. So if you're in a space where you're a powerful spirit and you know how to take over right now, you just come and swipe. It's kind of like in the Ghostbusters. I think it was the first one. You know how Duke came and swiped the table, and it was the all the cups, the forks, the glass, all that shit was still on the table. That's kind of like how we can be in right now if we're in a space where we know how to direct our energy. You can just come and swipe the shit and take the whole thing over, and it'll be like nothing ever happened, because it'll be like something that we already been doing in the first place behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? And if once you're behind the scenes, you'll know that that's the more important realm, being behind the scenes. Because then if you can represent yourself being behind the scenes and still know what you're doing, then you're a bad motherfucker. Then you'll really be taking over, and then you'll really be doing the unknown magic, mysterious shit in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So now you know what you'll be in a space where whatever you're doing, the world has to copy you in the first place, because that's the only way that looks like it's working in the first place as of now. You know what I'm saying? So if you know how to use that as of now energy, aka add that as of now energy is whatever you spark in the present, in the future will be a better future. It'll be a better way of thinking and feeling, a better way of people coming together, a better way of people coming with their creativity and not getting lost in the sauce, knowing how to use their creativity and now get with the program. You know what I'm saying? And then that's how you get everyone on the program, just by just by being yourself. It's all about being yourself, real shit. Don't ever forget Jeff Sparks told you that. It's all about being yourself, real shit. Because why would you not want to be anyone but yourself? You know what I'm saying? Being yourself is the most powerful thing you can be down here. You know what I'm saying? Because we're all some new creatures down there. We're all some new phenotypes down here. So why not just be the best version of yourself? And being the best version of yourself is nothing more, nothing less but being yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to be anybody else. I even broke that down in the previous live stream when I forgot what it was titled. I think it was titled "You're Not Special," but it was a contradiction because I wanted to. It was kind of like a. I want to. It's kind of like what's that? It's kind of like what's that thing when you say the title, but you say something decisive just for people to click it. I can use that tactic. You know what I'm saying? God told me to use that tactic for that specific live stream. So I just did that within this live stream. So now it's gonna make sense within the future. You know what I'm saying? I be know what I'll be doing. So it's kind of like once y'all got like we're in a space so we can all do the same thing. We can all get that ball rolling for ourselves too. You know what I'm saying? We all know what we be doing, but you gotta know you know what you're doing. Because once you know what you're doing, you're a bad motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Period. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I still want to break down the moon entering Leo with the moon because it's in Cancer right now. But once it enters Leo, like I said, it's gonna be a space of where even our the way we feel emotionally, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna feel like we're being dragged down if nobody is paying attention to what we got going on. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna feel like we're being put down if nobody's gonna contribute to what we creative in our mind to make sense within the actual reality. You know what I'm saying? For example, we we can be doing anything like we can be a doctor, and certain people don't like the way we use our doctor tactics. Like we may have a new way on how to create this new what vitamin to help you uh gain muscle quicker. You know what I'm saying? For instance, this is an example. And this new vitamin you're trying to help you gain muscle quicker, it may you may find a way. It might have been a simple flour you put together because flour outside you put together and you put a different aspect of water and minerals. You mix it together and then you test it on yourself and you just gain muscle out of nowhere. And you want to put that out there in the world, but then the world's telling you, oh no, you shouldn't do that. Oh no, you shouldn't do that because you want to follow this program of how to become a doctor. You want to go to this college to become a doctor. You want to do this thing to become a doctor. So they want to indoctrinate your mind to be a doctor in their own way of seeing things instead of being excuse me, instead of being a doctor the way you see fit to how it is to become a doctor. You know what I'm saying? Because truth be told, you can be whatever you want down here. You just gotta know. You just gotta have the right starting point within the mind. You gotta be in a space of where whatever spirit was in to become a doctor or become a certain uh profession, whatever they had in their mind, you want to be in that same space, but know how to look at these things. So whatever you're looking at now, you're seeing it as a different point of view. You're looking at it as in now, whatever space they're in, I can do the same thing, but in my own way. So I don't gotta let that actual previous like way on how people told me to become a doctor let that phase me. I can be a doctor the way I want to be a doctor. You can be a doctor simply by going outside and understand the transits in the sky. You know what I'm saying? That's what space they were in. So why can't you be in that same space and just be better at that than them? You know what I'm saying? And then you can understand that within yourself, real shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of like what like the age of Aquarius is gonna be pushing us to be, just be your new self. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be something that you're not. You don't want to be when you don't want to act like the next person, because the next person, whatever space they were in, to be in a certain way of thinking and feeling and present themselves. That was their own internal realm, aka internal realm, the mind, aka that they create for themselves to bend into itself to create that actual way of thinking and feeling. So that was their own little space that they came to come up with that conclusion of why they wanted to be that way. So why, instead of you copying and trying to understand that, I mean, sorry, instead of you copying and trying to be that way, try to understand that way. Take what you know, the best you know out that way, and then see where what can be right, what can be wrong, and then separate that from you, because you're not that. know how to see things from a broad point of view, then see it from a title of where, okay, now I can know what I can do within myself, and put my little energy into that. Now I can put in something where I can be my own self, and that own self being myself become creates that new thing. So it may even look like I copied that individual to be in that new space, but all I did was be myself, and that being myself. Now once you're yourself, you're in a space of where now you see what train of thought that individual was in, and the next individual was in, and you can see why they can only come up with a handful of ways to come up with certain conclusions for them to be themselves too. You know what I'm saying? And whatever it took for them to be themselves, it just took you being yourself the harder, because you were yourself the harder. They probably didn't do all that work. They probably copied the next person and copied the next person. So whatever they're trying to what's that word I'm looking for? Come in to be themselves. It probably didn't add up all the way well. It probably was something. Oh shit! I probably shouldn't have not took that individual's advice. Or I probably not should have took this chick's advice. Instead of you doing all that stuff, you just became yourself. And once you became yourself, now you're in a space of where, oh shit, just me being myself is the new thing that the world is doing now, and the world is copying real shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but that's the space of where any individual that's like a celebrity, for example, like even celebrities, for them to be in a certain space, like even though like a lot of celebrities were just put there, a lot of other celebrities were in a space of where they were just being themselves. They didn't know what they were doing. They were just being themselves, and then they just all of a sudden, especially these streamers, they were just being themselves, and they're automatically out here now. And now the whole world knows them. You want to be special? You're doing the same thing. You never know. You could be like I said, you can have a video one day, the next day it blows up. The next day the whole world knows about you. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. We're in that age of where that shit can happen now. Don't be scared of it. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to run away from it. Don't try to mask it and make it seem what it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's that. That's the new age we're in. You know what I'm saying? So especially like I said, like you want to know this though. You know what I'm saying? It's wrong. It's fucked up if an individual doesn't know this, and then they put in that sense, but they take over it, but they don't know what to do with their power. You know what I'm saying? You want to be expensive. When you take over it, you take the whole shit over. You know what I'm saying? When you take over down here, you take over up there. Boom. But listen, Jess Sparks. I'm Jess Sparks, so I shouldn't even explain myself. I already took over up there, but I'm speaking for down here and purpose. I took over down here too. I know you gotta know this. You know, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know this. You gotta know this. You know what I'm saying? Don't be scared. Don't be like, don't not know this shit. So once you know this shit, you do better. You know what I'm saying? Once you know better, you do better. That's what that saying came from too. Once you know better, you do better. Once you know better, you do better. So I'm just helping that's all my name is Jess Spark. I'm sparking the next mind to the next mind to the next mind to the next mind. You know what I'm saying? Once I do that, I know God, all possibilities made me come up with a conclusion where I can now relate what I'm trying to do within the whole world. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm here. My mission is all set. I did what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? Especially so once you know you did what you have to do, now you know, oh shit, now I'm playing the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting the ball moving for me, myself, and individuals. And now I'm getting, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm doing what's supposed to be done in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but this is what we're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Is get with the program and start doing that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, what else? Uh, and we got Mars and Aries too. So we got how many planets? We got 2 planets in Aries. We got We got three. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 planets in Taurus. So down. So basically, with that being a fire and earth elements together, now it's gonna be a space where that fire and earth, what comes from fire and earth? Air. That's why it's right next to Gemini. That's why it's fire, earth, air, water. Once that air evaporates, it becomes water. What do you think happens when you put water in the stove, put the boiling water, and the smoke comes out of it? The smoke is taking a lesser form, but becoming water. So you can simply put a bowl, not bowl, a stove. No, you put water in the stove, It starts to boil. You know what I'm saying? It turns into smoke. You take the lid off. What do you see under it? Water. That how did that water get touch the ceiling? The smoke form. So the smoke form took the water. So the fire will be the stove. The earth will be the element. The what's that shit? The pan. You know what I'm saying? The air will be the smoke. The water would be the evaporation. You know what I'm saying? So fire, water, air, earth. That's why it goes fire, water, air, earth, esoterically speaking. But down here in astrology, metaphysical, not metaphysical, but astrology basis is fire, earth, air, water. But in spiritual sense, it's fire, water, air, earth. Because fire, it creates the vision. Water is the emotion. You know what I'm saying? Air is the movement, and then earth is the grounding. You know what I'm saying? So all that shit is something on its own. You know what I'm saying? And once you know how to look at these things, you'll be in a space where these things is something that's happening on its own. You know what I'm saying? So now you know that whatever you had that was going on in the first place, like for example, like you put the water in the stove, you know that it didn't take you for you to put peppers or onions or grapes or lettuce or cheese or no or whatever. Because remember, scientists uh, they say to create they say water is what they say they be saying some flunked out shit. They be saying water is H2O or whatever. Yeah, you didn't put no H2O, you didn't put no fucking what was that word? You didn't put no neuron or suron or churon or luron or duron. You simply put water in that shit, and the water created the actual environment. The water became took the cloud form turned into water that evaporated. So it became that actual mineral, and not mineral, but it became that actual that sense. It became that actual wavelength. It became that wave, no pun intended. So that wave became the point on its own. You know what I'm saying? Now you know how to look at these things from a different point of view. So now you know whatever happened in the stove is happening in the sky. You know what I'm saying? God damn. God damn. But yeah, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Just breaking that shit down, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty much I want to get into this video, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to go for too long, you know what I'm saying? Because it's pretty late. It's 1:29, it's pretty late. So, but yeah, beyond that, you know what I'm saying? I want all y'all to stay safe, you know what I'm saying? Stay spiritual, stay safe, do your ritual, make sure you meditate, all that shit, all that spiritual shit. Get yourself together, you know what I'm saying? So when you get yourself together, down here it'll play out as people can sense that from you, like, oh shit, this individuals has got something going for themselves. They know what they're doing. They got that energy, they got that vibe. You know what I'm saying? What's the word called? Vibe, vibration. That's what we push out, the actual vibe. So whatever vibe we're in, we put out in the external, and it plays out in the internal, and then and the internal will be the mind, external will be the physical, eternal will be the spirit. So eternal spirit, internal mind, external physical. So understand those three things will help you in life. You know what I'm saying? And just Spark Star Pilot, we out in this motherfucker.